Good morning, everyone. It's Eric with His&Hers HHQ. I just some quick updates. I was going through my old pad of paper here before I throw it away. I was making sure there was nothing else in there. I've got some new pads of paper. And I found my New Year's resolutions from 2022 into 2023. So, how many of you all actually completed or partially completed New Year's resolutions? We're coming into December. It's time to think of some New Year's resolutions, right? Well, let's see. I had replaced car, which I had to because the transmission crapped out on the old wagon. So I did finally do that. Bought a home. Buy more models. That definitely happened. Not as much as I'm sure, well, I know not as much as I would have liked, and I'm sure all of you know exactly what I'm talking about. Build more models. I've done that, certainly. And grow more. Well, yeah, I've done that in the literal sense and in general. So I got all those covered. So I can literally scratch this off. I'm going to turn the camera around here in a second. We're going to discuss Old Tom's, the Old Tom Rambler 69 appreciation build real quick. The Christmas build, it is started, but my intention is to do all of it or record the build process and then release it for Christmas. So most of the videos I'm going to do between now and then are going to be snippets, shorts or updates on the Old Tom appreciation build. So we're going to get this turned around real quick, and I've got an important question because I got stymied on the front end of this thing. I have to shout out Glenn because he happens to love gassers. We're all subscribed to Glenn. Model Cars with Glenn. He's got the new channel. I'm subscribed to both. He loves his gassers, and I'm using the front end of his gassers as inspiration for the front end on this one. I'm just running into a stymied issue, so I started on the body work. Again, I'm fabricating the body. So let's get turned around and show you where I'm at. And we're back. Okay, so what I have going on right here is Hank is showing Dale his the progress on his build. Old Dale's over here, reminding him it over here gonna be like this and that, or over here. Hank's going, well, yeah, something like that. But anyway, all right, so I've decided I'm going to move the rear axle backwards just a little bit as I fabricate the body. I was using Hank here as just a concept to feel precisely size-wise that it would work. And I don't know how I pulled it off, but somehow that's almost absolutely perfect size-wise for where the firewall is versus Hank's foot there, accelerator foot. Of course, I've got the Hemi sitting here, and I have to thank Mr. Jeff Lawless, bearded guy Jeff Lawless. Yeah, that's when I pointed out the fire domes, he pointed out the that it was a Hemi, and yeah, it was a serious case of the dumps. But this front end here, now I've got, I'm pretty sure I'm going to cut off those angle pieces, because I was thinking I should lift it just a little bit to give a little bit of spacing, so we have the slightly lowered front end. But we can have the slightly lowered front end from where it's at, because I'm going to be bringing the rear end up a little bit. Now, I apologize for the wobbliness, but I'm holding the camera. Now, what my question is okay, so those arms there are actually for the front end of like a gasser. And I have the gasser axle, which was designed for the width of the 55 Nomad, which is way too wide for this. So I'm having to reshape and, well, cut it up and do my thing with it. How, I mean, should I like assemble the front end first, create the front end, and then go ahead and attach it? I mean, I'm trying to think radiator bracing and everything like that, but I think I might be able to attach those arms right in there where the base of the angled pieces are to go from, and that would work. I mean, I could maybe leave the angled pieces and come forward just a little bit for bracing, of course, for the radiator, and bracing for the shocks off the axle. But I'm just, I've never done this before. Of course, as you can see, it's a slow process. I'm fabricating a car body from a bench seat. And I'm going to be doing what I can here to get this right. So I want this front end to look right. And I don't know, am I on the right track having the angle pieces in place to accommodate bracing? Or should I go ahead and cut them off and go from there? I guess that's the question I have going on. Otherwise, it's just, this is where we're at with it. I'm going to add, I like this rear end, but I like this bit. Let me see, focus. I like the detail off of this rear end. So I'm at a crossroads now. But as I go along, I'm working on the body. I've got a bit here I'm going to add as a central post. It's going to come out what is essentially 50 inches. It's going to come out to about here, and I'm going to boat tail it or dovetail it to the back. And right there, right about where Hank's heel is on his accelerator foot, is going to be about the start of the plate where the instrument panel is, and the rest of it will be cowling. And then, of course, I have to add a little bit extra to the firewall here, but it's one of those things. I've never done this before, so it's a learn as you go. So yes, I would appreciate any input, comments on that front end. And again, this is where I'm at. As you saw in my last short, I'm fabricating a car body from a bench seat. So, I wanted that whole buggy feeling, and there we go. I'm Eric with His and Hers HHQ. If you haven't yet, head on over to Facebook and follow us at His and Hers Hobby Headquarters. Take a moment, like, subscribe, share the content, share the love of scale model building. It truly is a medium limited only by your imagination. You build for you. And as always, take a moment, comment below. I really do appreciate the support. This here's a phenomenal community, and I'm absolutely honored to be a part of it. And your guys' comments are, encouraging and supportive. I really do appreciate it. I want to thank all my subscribers, all my old subscribers and new subscribers. Thank you. I really do appreciate it. I'm Eric. Have a good day.